Good afternoon, everybody. Big Mike back here with you once again. And today I am bringing you a recap and then my sort of thoughts on WWE Survivor Series War Game, which was a very entertaining show. Only really one kind of downer match, but we'll talk about it. So get yourself something to eat, something to drink, and let's do this. So, first match on the card, we got the Women's War Games match. It's Team Bianca Belair, which is Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, Mia Yim, and the returning man, Becky Lynch. And on the other side, we have Team Bayley, aka Team Damage Control, which includes Bayley, the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Dakota Kai and Io Sky, Nikki Cross, and Rhea Ripley from Judgment Day. This match was definitely a bit more of a spot fest than it was a storyline match, but it was a very good spot fest. You had Io Sky with a moonsault off the cage, which was goddamn insane. She did mess up a little bit on a turnbuckle move, where she was meant to flip over and drop kick, I believe it was Bianca, but she slipped a little bit. She ended up hitting the knees, which, I mean, for one really noticeable mess up, that's fine. Overall, this was a lot of fun. Match finish came with a KOD from Bianca to Sky, and then a huge leg drop from off the cage, through a table, through Dakota Kai by Becky Lynch. The 1, 2, 3 winners, Team Bianca Belair. I'm going to give this match a thumbs up. Even though there was some missteps, it was a lot of fun to watch. A lot of good interactions. And as of Monday, we got some good storyline beats. So, this one was a lot of fun, and let's move on with the show. Next up, one-on-one match between AJ Styles and Finn Balor. Now, like I said in my predictions, this isn't the first time, at least in WWE, that these two have faced each other, as Styles was a replacement for Bray Wyatt in a match at TLC 2011, maybe 2012, in which I want to forget that match was even the plan to happen, and Styles and Balor was the plan. Overall, I'd say this match was good, but it isn't as good as these two can have. Like, I'm sure they're saving up for something even bigger down the line, maybe at the Rumble or maybe at WrestleMania. A lot of chaos going on ringside. You had Judgment Day and the OC ringside. They brawled to the crowd, which ends up being a natural one-on-one, which was great. They traded Pele kicks, which was an awesome spot. That was so cool. Balor tried for the Styles Clash, which I never thought I'd see him try that. Styles with a draping DDT, in which I always love that move. That move is one of my favorite he does. Styles tries for the calf crusher, calf killer, whatever he called that submission move, and then Balor bouncing his head off the mat to get out of it. That was brutal looking. Finish comes with a phenomenal forearm for the win for AJ Styles. I'm going to give this match another thumbs up. Like I said, it's not as good as I know these two can have together, but it was still a damn good match. And here comes the lone downer match of this card. The SmackDown Women's title on the line, as it's Rhea Ripley versus Shotzi. Now, Shotzi isn't a bad talent. I'll give you that. These two are talented, But throughout this match, it did look like Ronda just didn't give up. Like, maybe that she didn't want to be here, but maybe she felt this opponent was below her or something. I don't know. Something was up with this match. The chemistry was all wrong. The one bright spot, I'll say, is that Shotzi dove to the outside on Ronda and Shayna, and they took out a couple fans in the crowd. You know, they're plants. They're meant to be there as extras. Overall, it was a very nothing match. I think this is mostly down to the SmackDown Women's Division kind of being a little shallow. Like, there's talent there. Don't get me wrong. I like the talent that's there, but it's not to the level that could realistically beat Ronda. So, overall, I'm going to give this, well, maybe not a full thumbs down, but, like, it wasn't a good match. It wasn't good to watch. So, hopefully they got something interesting for Ronda in the future. Maybe that Becky Lynch one-on-one we never got. So, yeah, not a fun match, not even a good match. Next up, we have a triple threat match for the United States Championship as Seth Rollins defends against Bobby Lashley and Austin Theory. Now, normally with these multi-person matches on WWE, you'd have two fight in the ring and then one kind of outside doing recovering. These three went at it full gore, right up against each other. You had Seth diving from end to end, one side of the ring to the other, taking out both guys, which was dang impressive. You did have Lashley have the Hurt Lock on both guys at the same time, which, like, that was impressive. Rollins then jumps off Theory's back and curb stomps Lashley off of it, which that was nuts. I thought that would have been the finish, but nope. Lashley broke it up. Finish came with Seth having Theory up in a suplex position, looking for the Falcon Arrow. Spear from Lashley right to the gut, although it doesn't look like it hit all that well, but it did get the job done. Seth falls, drops Theory right on top of him for the pin and the win. I'm going to say this, that was the most creative finish I've seen out of a match in a long time. So I'm going to give this match a big old thumbs up. Your winner, new U.S. champion, Austin Theory. Like, I can't help but be happy with that match. That match was a lot of fun to watch, and I'm going to say, if you haven't seen it, go watch it. It's a lot of fun. And fine, Alamo. You got the men's War Games matchup. As the Bloodline, you got Roman Reigns, Solo Sikoa, Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Sami Zayn taking on the Brawling Brutes, that being Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and Butch, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin Owens. And I'm going to say this wasn't a match of the Bloodline versus the heels. This was kind of the Bloodline versus the Bloodline. Like, it's hard to explain. Sami Zayn obviously being kind of the odd man out, accepted by everyone except Jay. So Jay, and I believe it was Butch, start out the match. They, batter each other. Bloodline has the advantage, so the first man in looks like Jimmy. Roman stops him, sends out Sami Zayn, in a basically, you two gotta figure your shit out, so here, get to it. And honestly, that's a great storyline beat. Like, It's, oh. At one point, Sami Zayn saves Jay from an attack by Ridge Holland by pulling him out of the way. This match was definitely a bit less chaotic than the women's one, but the storyline beats in this was just so good. Like, you had Solo Sikoa having a decent run of his own before running into Sheamus. I want to see that one-on-one match now. Give me Sheamus versus Solo. I'd pay good money to see that. A lot of good double teaming from Holland and Butch, in which, honestly, I'm okay with Butch being called Butch now. Like, be done. It doesn't bother me that much anymore. Just, a thought. It looked like Jimmy was about to hit Butch with a super kick. Instead, hits Sammy, in which, I thought Jay was about to bail, but he stayed in there. It looked like Kevin Owens was about to get the win on Roman, and instead of going for the direct attack on Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn literally stops the ref from counting the 3 to have a stare down for a bit, because they got so much history behind one another. Sami Zayn then gets Kevin Owens in the corner. Best helluva kick I have ever seen out of the guy. And then he offers Jay is up on top, ready to splash. Sami Zayn offers him up to Jay. Big Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. Your winners, the Bloodline. And you know what? I don't even care that the Bloodline won. Like, I know there's a lot of people out there who are sick of them winning all the time. But when it comes right down to it, the story being told in this match warms the heart. And the show ends with pretty much everyone in the Bloodline in the cage. Sami Zayn pretty much shirt torn open. The ones. I'm going to give this match 2 thumbs up. Even though it was less about the team versus team dynamic, the storyline in this match is just so good. Like, I can't help but praise this match for what it was. A great storytelling beat to continue this great story along. And I hope the payoff is at WrestleMania, because it deserves to be. Alright, that is it from me. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe. Next prediction I'm going to do is for the December 10th Ring of Honor Final Battle, which I'm looking forward to. And then I think I'm going to try to do something in between. I think I'm going to update my list of the MCU. So, look out for that. That should be coming maybe sometime next week. We'll see. Hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. Peace.